So welcome here to this first online yoga session where I'll be guiding you through a Vinyasa class today with a focus on opening the heart. I think especially in times like these, it's really good to bring some more relaxation and some softness into our hearts. And also opening the heart doesn't only mean the emotional side, but it also means just opening our front body, our chest, our shoulders, our neck. And that is where we tend to store a lot of tension, especially if we sit a lot. So let's just bring some more overall relaxation and softness into our bodies today. Before we get started, if you're dealing with any sort of limitations today, I really want to invite you to respect your own body and your own boundaries. As I cannot feel your body for you, especially not online. So really make sure to listen to whatever is going on inside of your own body today. So you can find a comfortable seat on a mat. If you do not have a yoga block, which I don't have either, you can just get a pillow to elevate your seat here, and so lifting up your hips a little bit so that you can bring your knees down to the ground and really sit tall with a straight spine here. And start closing down your eyes, traveling inward, and really arriving at your mat here. And starting to focus on your breath traveling through your body. So on your inhale, the lungs filling up with air, expanding the chest and the ribs out to the sides. The breath traveling down to your belly and filling up the belly like a balloon. And on the exhale, the belly coming back in, the ribs coming back into center, chest down. Inhale to fill up the chest and the lungs, ribs expanding to the side and the belly coming up forwards. And exhale, bringing the belly back in, ribs to the center again and chest back in. Do this a couple of more times in your own breath. Yogic breathing. And if you're familiar with Ujjayi breath, now is a good time to start activating it. If you're not familiar with Ujjayi, you can open your eyes. So Ujjayi breath is the so-called victorious breath, where we constrict the back of our throat. So we keep on breathing in through the nose and out through the nose as well. And what we do is we create an ocean-like sound of the breath. It's basically as if you wanted to try and fog a window. So just have a look and I'll show you how it works. And what I find Ujjayi breath really, really helpful with is staying centered and staying with the breath throughout the practice. Because especially if we move through a more fluid practice like Vinyasa can be, it is nice to have that anchor to really focus on. So I invite you to introduce that into this class today. Closing down our eyes again one more time. And finding this moment to set an intention for today's class. So maybe you can think about what it is that brought you to the class here today. Maybe you want to dedicate the class to something specific or to somebody specific. Maybe somebody that you wish a lot of health and well-being in these crazy times. Or maybe you just want to focus on yourself during this class, really calming down your nervous system. It's all good. And once you've found your intention, slowly start blinking open the eyes again as we'll start warming up the body. So bringing your right arm away and stretching your left arm up and away from you. Inhale to peel fill up the upper body, really lifting up towards the ceiling. One more inhale. And coming to the other side. Stretching out the right arm up and away, and inhale to peel up towards the ceiling. And coming back to center. Now we can remove our pillow from underneath our sit bones and transfer onto all fours, our hands and knees here. Stacking our shoulders right on top of our wrists and our hips right on top of our knees. Bringing out the right leg to the side, stretching out the left leg behind us, planting the left foot down and opening up into a supported side plank here. Now we can start making 3 circles into one direction, really opening up the body here. Feels good. And 3 circles into the other direction. Coming back to center and to the other side. So bringing out our left leg, stretching the right leg away from us, planting the right foot down and opening up into a supported side plank. Again, 3 circles into one direction. And 3 circles into the other. Coming back onto our hands and knees as we'll go on with Superman pose. So in our Superman we bring out the right leg, stretching it out, leveling our hips here, and then stretching out our left arm in front of us. Inhale to extend and open, and exhale to bring the knee and the elbow together. Inhale to extend, exhale to round. Inhale, extend, exhale to round. One more time, extend. Now bend the leg, holding on to onto your foot with your left arm and opening up over the left shoulder. Breathing here. One more breath. And coming back to center. We'll transfer onto the other side, stretching our left leg out and away. Once you've found stability, you can bring your right arm out. Inhale to extend and exhale to round. Inhale, extend and exhale to round the spine. Inhale, extend, exhale, round. And one more time, extending, bending the leg, reaching out to hold on to your leg, opening out to the right side, looking over your right shoulder. Not forgetting to breathe here. One more breath. And coming back down to all fours. You can start tucking your toes and pushing the hips back, up and away into your first downward facing dog of the practice. Pedaling your feet here. Maybe you also want to shift your hips from left to right. And slowly starting to find stillness in your dog. Pushing the shoulders out and away. And really elongating the spine here. Slowly start walking forward towards the front of your mat. Meeting me in a forward fold here. Maybe you want to hold on to your elbows, bend your knees generously so that your upper body can really fall down basically onto your legs. You can dangle from side to side. Maybe you want to start shaking your head to really release any tension here in your neck. And finding stillness in center. Slowly unroll the spine bone by bone. Meeting me at the front front of your mat in Tadasana. Big toes to touch. Heels a little bit away from each other. Tucking the tailbone in. Opening the shoulders and the hands. And tucking your chin. This is what we call a mountain pose, Tadasana. Going into our sun salutations here. Inhale to reach up. And exhale, fold forward with a straight spine. Inhale, halfway up, hands on your shins. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands down. Right foot back, left foot back. Into your plank position. Now in your plank, you want to make sure that you really build up a straight line with your body. So we don't want to hang into our shoulders here. We really want to push our shoulders up and away. From here, bringing your knees down, untucking your toes, and slowly lowering all the way down. Next, inhale to push up into your cobra here. And exhale to tuck the toes again, pushing back up into your downward facing dog. From here, bend your knees, look forward and hop, step or jump to the beginning of your mat. I'm not jumping because the phone might fall. Halfway lift and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up with a straight spine. And exhale, hands into prayer, Samasthiti. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg back, right leg back, and stay here for a second. So you can either bring your legs back down, or you can shift forward, lower halfway down, and push up into an upward facing dog here. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bending your knees, looking forward, and hop, step or jump to the beginning of your mat. Halfway lift with a straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands into prayer. So for the next 2 rounds of sun salutations, I would like you to close your eyes and count your own breath and travel through the sun salutations in your own breath, really going inward here. Might feel a little bit strange, but it's actually a really nice way to connect with your own body. And whenever you're ready with the second set, you can come and meet me at the front of your mat in mountain pose again. Taking your time here. On your next inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back into a downward facing dog. From here, step your right leg in between your hands and come up into a high lunge. In your high lunge, you really don't want to bend your back leg, but extend it fully. Inhale to open up and clasping the hands behind you. Opening up the shoulders here. And exhale to bend forward, lowering down into your humble lunge here. Trying to keep the shoulders level. Next inhale to come up into your high lunge. And exhale to open up into your warrior two. So planting the left leg down, reaching the arms out and away from you. And in your warrior two, you really want to make sure that your knee is stacked right on top of your ankle, and that your knee is pointing towards the outside, not towards the inside. We don't want to jeopardize our knee at all times here. Gazing over the middle finger of your right hand. next inhale, flip the front palm, sweep the air up and away into reverse warrior. Coming back into warrior two and exhale to plant your elbow onto your knee, reaching over and away into your extended side angle. Coming up into your warrior two, extending the front leg and bringing the back leg in a little bit. Now on your next inhale, Shakira the hips back and push forward until you can't reach no further, and then slowly bringing the hands into triangle pose here, Uttita Trikonasana, looking up towards your left arm. On your next inhale, look down and push back up, cartwheeling your hands down, stepping back into plank position, moving through your chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog, and exhale downward facing dog. Inhale to step the left foot in between your hands, coming up onto high lunge, extending the right leg. Inhale to open up, and exhale to bring the hands behind you. See if you can do the clasp of your hands just the other direction as you did before. Opening up your shoulders here, and exhale, bowing forward into your humble lunge. Inhale, coming back up into high lunge, and exhale, opening up into your warrior two. Again, making sure that your knee is right on top of your ankle, and you want to try and open up your hips here. However, if you look at me, as soon as I open up my hips, my knee starts falling in. We always want to prioritize the knee, so then rather have the hips pointing a bit more diagonal than straight, than jeopardizing our knee. Again, looking over our front middle finger here. Inhale to flip the palm, sweep the air up and away into our reverse warrior. Coming back into warrior two, and exhale, planting the elbow onto the leg, reaching up and away, extended side angle. Pushing back up into warrior two and extending the front leg. Making a bit of a shorter stance. And inhale to Shakira the hips back, reach forward until you can reach no longer. And then coming down into your Uttita Trikonasana. Looking up towards the ceiling. And next inhale, look down, push up, exhale to cartwheel the hands down, stepping back into your plank, moving through your chaturanga. Inhale to bend the knees, look forward, hop, step or jump to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale all the way up with a straight spine. Exhale, Samasthiti. We'll come into our balancing poses, and I'll come and face you. You stay where you are. Alright, we will bring the legs hip width apart and start putting our weight onto our right leg. Coming onto our tree pose. So you can either bring your heel to touch the ankle, onto the shin, or all the way up into your thigh. Just want to make sure that you never, never, ever come towards your knee here. Once you've found a stable position, bring your hands into prayer. Now what we do in yoga is we try and find that point in front of us that is not moving, and that's what we call a drishti. And that really helps with stability and balance. And once we found that drishti, slowly start reaching the arms up and away into a beautiful tree pose here. And if you feel super balanced, maybe you can even start swaying the branches of your tree. Coming back into stillness. I'm struggling a little bit. And if you want a little extra challenge, maybe close your eyes here as well. See how that feels. And if you fall out, that is part of the game and completely normal. Just slowly come back into the pose. Bring your hands down into prayer. And bring your leg in front of you. Now bend your right leg. Wrap your left leg around the right one. We have several options here again. You can either bring your foot down onto the floor for some more stability. Keep it just wrapped on top of each other. Or wrap the left leg all the way around the right one. Then bring out your left arm, your right arm on top. Wrap them around each other. Bringing the elbows up to shoulder height. And sit down. This is what we call eagle pose, Garudasana. Focus on your drishti. Slowly coming out of the pose, shaking it all out, and coming onto your left side. So bringing your weight onto the left foot, bringing the right leg back onto your ankle, your shin, or all the way up into your thigh. Hands in prayer position, finding that drishti. Bringing the hands up and away into tree, swaying your branches if you want to. And every side is different. So it's completely normal that sometimes you feel a bit more balanced on one side than the other. And I can promise you that changes from day to day. So don't be hard on yourself at all. If you want to close down your eyes for a little extra challenge, see how that is going on the left side. And slowly bring your hands back into prayer. Bringing your right leg in front of you, bending the left leg, wrapping the leg around, bringing your right arm out, left arm out, wrapping them around each other, pushing them up so the elbows are shoulder height, and sitting your Garudasana down. Don't forget to breathe. And slowly coming out of the pose. Coming back onto the front of your mat into mountain pose. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back into plank position. From here, lower all the way down onto the ground, onto your mat. Untucking the toes here. Bringing the arms alongside your body. And on your next inhale, peeling the upper body up and away. One more inhale. And exhale to come down. On your next inhale, you also want to move your legs up. So next inhale to move the legs and the upper body away from the center. Locust pose. And come down. Bending your legs in and holding onto your legs with your hands. You can either hold onto your feet or your ankles, whatever is most comfortable for you. And we'll come into bow pose on our next inhale. So we inhale, push into the legs, open up, peeling up. One more. And exhale, coming down. Bringing the hands underneath our shoulders and pushing back into a child's pose here. With your big toes to touch, knees apart, and your forehead coming down onto the mat. Maybe it can be nice to take 3 big breaths, sighing out through the mouth here if you want. tension in your body. Slowly starting to calm down the nervous system here. And actually, child's pose is that sort of safety pose that in yoga we say whenever you are out of breath or for some reason you just can't, do it any longer, come into your child's pose. This is your resting pose and your point of complete safety and security. And I really invite you to tap into that feeling right now. Can you feel completely safe and at ease now? With nothing else around you that matters, nothing that you saw in the news yesterday evening or this morning. No worries about the rest of the day or maybe tomorrow. Just right here, you, your body, and your breath. Lift up a little bit and start walking your hands out to the right side, folding over your right leg, really stretching out the left side of our body here. Coming back to center, and walk the hands over to the left side, stretching out the right side of our body. Coming back to center and slowly rolling up. Come to a seated position, bringing the legs out in front of you, maybe removing the flesh of your bones. Inhale to lift up, reaching the arms up, and exhale to forward fold here. No pulling, just relaxing our spine here, extending our spine, stretching our hamstrings. And with these forward folds, what we do is we really calm down the nervous system and we activate the parasympathetic nervous system. So that's our rest and digest system. Slowly come back up to a seat and bring yourself down onto your back with your feet in a tabletop, and let your legs drop down to the right side, bringing your left shoulder down to the floor, coming into a reclining twist. Bringing your left arm out and looking over to your left side. Beautiful detoxifying twist here. Flushing all the toxins out of our bodies. Fully letting go. Coming back to center, bringing the right arm out and letting our legs drop over to the left side. Bringing the left shoulder onto the ground. Close your eyes. And fully release. Coming back to center and giving your body one last good hug. Maybe you can bring your shoulders and your head off the ground to really squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Make a little tiny bow out of yourself. One more squeeze. And relax down into Shavasana. Your final pose, corpse pose. With your legs extended and your palms facing up towards the ceiling. Fully releasing into the ground here. Now Shavasana is actually the most important pose of the practice. Because this is really where we integrate the entire practice, where basically all comes together and where we completely release and let go. So give your body that time of completely releasing into the floor. Relaxing your feet, the toes, the soles of your feet and your heels. Relaxing your legs, your ankles, your shins and your calves. your knees and your thighs. Relaxing your upper body, your pelvis, your hips, your belly, and your ribs. Relaxing your arms, your fingers, your palms, the wrists, the lower arms, the elbows, and the upper arms. Relaxing the shoulders as well. And relaxing your heads, so the neck and the throat. The jaw is completely relaxed. Your tongue is relaxed inside your mouth. There's no wrinkles on your forehead. Your forehead is completely relaxed. Relaxing your entire body now. Slowly start coming back to your body, deepening the breath, and inviting some subtle movements back into your body, wiggling the fingers and the toes. Or maybe you want to stretch out your hands over your arms or your head as if you just woke up. And slowly, whenever you're ready, roll onto your right side. And push yourself back up into a seated position. With your hands in prayer in front of your heart. Checking back in with that intention that you said at the beginning of the class. And slowly start bowing down your head in gratitude. Gratitude towards yourself for showing up here today. And gratitude for your healthy body that is serving you so well in these difficult times. And I want to thank you very much for joining me here online for this first digital yoga class. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you enjoyed the class. Please leave me whatever kind of feedback that you have in the comments. This was the first time that I recorded a digital yoga class, so I'm super curious to hear what you thought of it and what can be better next time. And most of all, if you'd be interested in receiving more classes like these, please let me know. Stay safe, take good care of yourselves, and have a great day. Mwah. Thank you.